Hey, welcome back to Disco Elysium. We dwell in the vaporwave matrix. You're here, I'm here. That definitely wasn't me frantically looking all over for Tylenol. Shit! Fuck! Stream's starting! They're unsubscribing! Alright. We've successfully sent a husband home to go actually take care of his wife. Or at least to the general vicinity of his wife. We now have a quest to go check on... I was about to say nests. And on to more of the coast we go. Okay, yeah, because we went up from here. That was where we saw the boardwalk. Oh yeah, let's talk to this dude and his son. Or this dude who, a kid I hope is his son. In the interim of when I left almost all of the missing cards for Bruticlad arrived in the mail. Oh, that's awesome. Totally missed what that prompt was because I was looking at chat. We're doing great today. Sensitive-driven architectural
a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away. Lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket. Turn away. Alright, we'll talk to them momentarily. Money. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. Fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Here, flashlight to the face, sir.
Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Han Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Lieutenant nods. Hold on. Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He says as if it's self-evident.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh, yes. So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Huh. So you and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind... Oh, heh. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it.
Oh.
But why?
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha, but it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
That's...
Hold on.
Right.
What's R&D?
Look at the... Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
He smiles brightly and laugh lines
You're
around his
probably
face.
more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Look at the building looming
It
over you.
looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve.
Ooh,
I'm
pardon
mixing
me.
my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Pauses for effect. A tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just
He
produced.
assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
Revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve. Oh,
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
he pauses, pointing to the other buildings.
All of this was built by Feld,
continues.
even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
So you're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? Look under your feet.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Oh, like a Ferris wheel.
Pleasure wheel?
Lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon as if picturing gondolas rising into the sky.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers? The
Oh,
company
I'm
people?
afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail
Ah.
here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers,
He smiles again as if he's somehow personally responsible for this bleak turn of
He
events.
means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Turn to Mikhail. He means that they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeoisie. And do you know what bourgeoisie is? Okay, let's traumatize a child.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
Oh, he sounds
The
disappointed.
boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
What did the revolutionaries do with the advanced
They
tape
used them
computers?
for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Decret de Mars.
He says while his son looks up idly, chewing on the corner of his worm-themed coloring book. What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to
Ah.
Revachol on her political concept album, Bombecer dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Interesting. That almost sounds like the voice
I
of
tried to get
Revachol.
Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
He looks at his son, who starts giggling, his face hidden behind the book.
Kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did this tape computer work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering
10
something.
years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition
Sorry.
at the Wompty Dumpty Dump Center in Vredefort.
Ha!
It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the
That
hell
would be my
is
brain.
A Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, and who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center.
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for
Oh
Contemporary
my
Art.
god.
The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up, Lieutenant. Is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The
Oh,
Wumpty Dumpty
okay.
Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever invited for it and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
He clears his
But
throat.
perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Oh, that's cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience,
Heh.
but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy
Who
it?
knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end
Why
up
am I
in the wrong
holding a
hands.
flashlight directly into your
Either
face?
way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind.
2 seagulls circle in the sky. You look up and think, really? Or was there a 4th prototype that remains hidden in the mausoleums below Coal City?
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers? Oh, no, I wanted to ask me this. Who the fuck names their kid Trant?
But of course, what else?
He smiles and ruffles his kids. I hear about the Feld
Sure.
building again. Oh,
What's
wait, no,
on
I
your
don't.
mind?
I
But
wanna
of
ask about something
course.
else.
What else?
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He brushes it off like it's not a thing at all.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
I don't want to see your money. I don't want your money. I just want to see my profile skills
Of course,
working.
Detective, I wouldn't have assumed anything else. Matter of fact,
He looks up, a playful hint shining in his eyes.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profiling in former socialist states. Have you read it?
Huh?
If not, then you definitely should. If not for tips and tricks, then just for theoretical curiosity. Anyway, that's just a little something.
Oh,
that
that's a
sprang to
nice
mind.
burn, actually.
You were saying.
Great. Thanks you for all the
No, thanks to
interesting
you
information.
for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Huh. Okay, what the hell is the Wompty Dumpty? I'll have to get rid of one to be able to do it. Outsider. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins Guy and Keith Yost are the stars of the show. With their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dumpty Dominus event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you are not there? Okay, what are we getting rid of for this? Are we getting rid of the race theory? No, I like the better loot, even though it's not really that important. It's actually probably arguably the least important of all of these. Like, I want to... The armor's fine for now. That's fine. That's really good. Like, I should get rid of the communism. Like, should I get rid of communism? Maybe the race enigma gives me plus conceptualization. I like that. And I like going home because that means my speed's good. I feel like being socialist is not really getting me anywhere. Like, I still get the socialist dialogue options. I just don't. Oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of communism. I apologize. But I alone choose what we're doing, and therefore I don't need communism. I need whatever the fuck a Womdy Dumpty is. It's the worst justification I could possibly come up with for anything. Oh. What are you? Oh. Weird.
Yes?
No, there was another. There we go. I'm trying to get the grate, Kim. God dang it. There we go. Money! Oh yeah, I gotta change my clothes back. We're still set to maximum composure. What are we doing here? Put the booties back on. I don't want the oversized ones. I like the bow tie with the armor. I look so stupid. Oh. This is perfect. This is so perfect. Okay. We have a bunch of tasks we can go do now also. Oh, I'm gonna put the tear back on. That was what I was doing.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see
Dripping
inside.
water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Obvious event of the year. No. Oh my God, Easter. Lieutenant, what can you planned that far in advance? My God. Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside the window?
No. I want
Make
to
out
even
what's
try.
inside.
You know,
He takes his glasses
I
off.
had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things.
Aww.
It's that bad.
Can you still shoot
Well
though?
enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Alright. Oh, his partner being named Eyes is really cute, actually. Oh, there's like a roof or something. Oh, there is like a. Oh, the ladder. Okay, we'll have to go check the ladder. Oh, wait. No, wait, what? Buzz, hum. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone
my coat.
has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch
The
it.
cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Take a
It's
closer
streaked
look.
with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Check it. Fine. Get it clean. Yeah, I can just get it cleaned. Exactly. It's not like we met a washer lady. Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Oh, that's something I can break into. Ooh, postcard. You're gonna keep the flashlight on. The flashlight's really useful, actually. But tear. I like my tear. Coin-operated weighing machine has been used for a decade. Mega Beano's prescription lenses. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. And some bottles. I want to read. +2 encyclopedia. Discover your inner Beano. -1 perception from nausea-inducing hell glasses. That's like what I put on Colin's glasses. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige as a color does not look good on anyone, not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feels almost nauseating. What do I currently have on? +1 empathy, -1 logic. No, I want the encyclopedia, screw it. No, I like having perception. I like perception too much. Is this what this has been? You're wearing hell glasses? This one has hell written on its back. It could not have been further from the truth. It's the Boomiers and the Kuron, the nicest district in Revachol West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel iron and yellow limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. That sounds delightful. Oh, what's the other interact? Oh, this filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even begin to tell what brand this is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so
It's
disgusting?
a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about
It
it.
occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather
Oh,
the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
but okay, what the crust made
Somehow,
of?
it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night.
Okay, that's pretty
Why?
disgusting.
Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe it on my pants?
What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
I'll just bathe again. I have that power. Money. Come to me, money. Make me feel better, money. Okay, we gotta go back to the church. Big wine canister. Oh, no.
The
No.
smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is
It
awful.
doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is
Don't
it?
you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only
Oh.
death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Has a lieutenant, something's
The
not right
lieutenant
here.
has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful there, floorboards look rotten and weak. Shit, that's so sad. This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Same in the
2
tear.
empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of
Huh.
black potent porter is all you
So-
find.
I love the name Tallulah.
No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
Lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell. Same in the cigarette packet.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
Same in the
You
kebab.
see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as
Ugh.
a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
It gets worse. Oh. I never
A
found
man
this.
lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned
Oh.
at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Did we really go up to her and tell her her husband's missing before this happened?
Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg.
Oh.
The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
That's so sad.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
Lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Well, I want to leave for a second and see if that prompt that came up. Yeah. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Interesting.
A man lies on
Okay.
the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned.
Study the
He's
man's
wearing
clothes.
mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Oh.
A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue. Oh no. This
Oh
sounds
no.
terribly familiar. You
Search his
find some
pockets.
sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library
Oh.
card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
There was another note about sunflower seeds earlier in the game.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man
The
himself.
man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against
The
metal
portrait's
bench.
incredible.
Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits.
Maybe I'm just have more of a constitution than I realized, because I've had 3 bottles of wine a night and have not felt even drunk. Well, I guess it's over the course of like 9 hours. I guess that's different. Oh, Jesus.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Study the
There's some
surroundings.
dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head
Oh.
rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here.
Oh. Examine on the
A
man's
dry
head.
chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound.
Oh,
It's
because he
sticky and
fell
cold
and then
to your
slammed his head
touch.
on the bench.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his
Seems
head.
like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Examine the
A
bottle.
0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Poor fucking dude.
It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
There,
Oh.
all around us.
He looks at the 2 other bottles near the coin-operated viewer, then at your little
I'd prefer
plastic
if you
bag.
didn't collect them this time.
No, I wasn't
It's not
planning on it.
proper.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look
The
in.
blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
Oh, God.
Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of
Oh.
alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
That's so sad. I'm going to step on the
The boards
floorboards.
screech under the weight of the T500
Why-
ceramic
oh.
sandtops. It's a good thing they're so light, because it's hard to determine whether it was the dead man's weight that caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Yeah, step
The
back.
entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is the man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south the way you came.
That's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand.
Yeah.
Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on
The
the
woman you
boardwalk.
met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
He looks at the bundle of flesh and rags lying on the ground. The leather jacket matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
He nods and then points to the ring on the man's left hand. What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure.
Yeah,
He slipped and fell through the boardwalk.
that's a terrible term.
A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could it be real? Do you think he was drunk? What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
No. No, halfway. I'm ignoring you on that one. You're right. Connecting with the lynching is a bit of a
Without
stretch.
any further evidence, yes.
Do you think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What about the alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma,
Yeah.
not liver failure.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's
We'll
dangerous.
seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I
Yep,
doubt
that's
that
exactly
they
what
have
happens.
enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Yep, he smiled sourly right.
It
Conclude.
does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues.
Hold on, what about a field
A
autopsy?
field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would
Yeah.
save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
You're right, I don't see anything criminal here. We can leave it
Good
at that.
call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
We found him, we should take
All right.
this.
We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Oh, this poor fucking lady. Okay, a library card found in the pocket of the dead man on the Martinez boardwalk is still slightly damp to the touch. Cover bears the stamp of the Jamrock Public
The
Library.
library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch.
Oh,
The
mine's
front
laminated. I
side
would never
reads,
fold it.
Central Jamrock Public Library card, issued to Billy Mitchell, expires July 53.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
Which is what she asked him to
Most
do.
of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the back
If
side.
lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Put it away. Okay, dead body on the boardwalk. Okay, wow, shit. That's so sad. It's really sad. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Bad time electrochemistry. Not right now. Oh, come on, Harry. Oh, or not. Here we go. Need to set it up so it doesn't notify me when pre-rolls are turned off. I think that's everything on the boardwalk on this side at least. I need to get, can we get down here? Okay, we can. Good. Oh, someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100-year-old. No, this is not Pierre. I might be. What's Pierre like? Yeah, no, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford
What?
them anyhow. It's
What?
a shame what you did to our country.
The woman moans, the phone line howls in unison. I'm not a salesman, I was just calling a random number and you somehow ran with it.
This is because we
Oh my
I can hear
god.
the common old mixed
Oh my
background
god.
from your voice.
That's so fuck you,
I
lady.
just so wanted it to be here. Have a pleasant evening, prankster.
Oh, you know, honestly,
Disconnect
good for you,
tone.
lady. Do it again.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously?
Oh, get off
Someone
me.
with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're
Fucking
electricity.
thanks,
No,
conceptualization.
what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Hey, Gerard, get your wife for me. Oh god, is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please. Gerard, what a douche name. Change it, change your name. I need to speak to electricity.
But I got a feeling I'll kick your ass when I make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. We'll call more random numbers later. I want to see what the Wompty Dumpty is.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd.
But I am an art
You hate
cop.
them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Is this money art? Encyclopedia $2? Minus 2 suggestion for being a pretentious waker. Oh, that's perfect for me. Oh, I'm so here for that. I get money and I get to be pretentious. Do I want to just put points in inland? No, we got checks we can do. They've just been ignoring. Dead phones, smash receivers, like someone hung up too hard. Okay, does this connect back to somewhere we've been? Yes, it does. Okay. So, oh, actually, I forget I have a map. I'm near the church. Okay. That's where we talked to the son. That's where... Okay, so the Ferris wheel was where the husband was. Oh, so there is a section past back behind that. Oh, wait, what was that? Up. You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Oh, and this was the... Yeah, this because we haven't gone into the church yet. Remember to check the... Oh, yeah, we have to go check the bug traps. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall upon you. We'll go in the church after we go check the north coast. Dusty pews in the shadow. Many of them seem to be missing. Funny! An altar shroud in the dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. This is a beautiful church. And the sign reads St. Brune 1147. Okay, I'll be back, church. Wait, do I have 2 points? Okay, I can put a point in Empire. Inland and shivers. Inland and shivers. Ooh, and a rock. Money! What the fuck? These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed an engine. Must have been a big one. Channels train off to the ocean. Who knows where? This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. Recently.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing
It's
anyway?
military. A service depot of some sort.
You service
The
what?
washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Walkway, yeah. We're not going to try that check yet. That's not worth the risk. Need more interfacing buffs. I think it's Norway where they have the churches are basically still in... Yeah, oh yeah. There's, I've gotten to see one. They're also used... They're made without using any nails. From my understanding. I might be thinking the same thing. Can't remember. White polo shirts. +1 redder. What's polo anyway? -1 empathy. No, really. What the hell is polo? The shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in a tear container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that may never be solved. Also, do y'all see how my legs are like fucked and clipping through Kim? I thought those were my bones for a second. Okay, I see a trap ahead. Oh. The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts a long shadow over you. Oh, there's a seagull over there. Hello, seagull.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look
The
around.
reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
The lieutenant grins mirthlessly. Damn, I was hoping you would be the first one. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm just helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. It'll be the next one, surely. Say nothing and just put the trap down. No, need to grin. I'm not expecting to find
I meant
anything.
no offense. Just
The lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you putting the trap back on the ground. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Some of the sounds have been really weird and interesting. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Tio Maruti? Rusted, broken control box to the radio reload tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away most of it. Or eaten away at it. Scented scarf? Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance where the post trails towards. Oh, It's on the other side of that. Or wait, hold on. Okay, put the tie on. Which has never talked to us at all. I'm very sad. I want to see. Okay, wait. +1 shivers for springtime cold, but -2 physical instrument for allergies. This light. I feel that. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with some cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Where if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Yes. Wait. Wait. What was that? You take a mental note. Team ready. Seems important somehow. Wait. My scarf doesn't appear on my character. No. It's just that it's like too... Yeah, it's the armor's too bulky. Where's the armor? I want armor, bow tie. And now we want plus encyclopedia because we want the money. Okay, now we gotta go... Oh, I guess now is church. Yeah, now is church. Now is church, and then we start leveling interfacing to see what's behind the mystery door. Because I don't remember if you can open the mystery door. I hope we can. Guns. Oh yeah, I gotta find my gun. Let me save here, because we haven't... Oh, no, well, we'll quick save, because I pressed the wrong button. In we go.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Oh,
Feels
that'd be so
exceptional.
beautiful to see.
300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved.
Oh,
many
yeah.
centuries ago.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth.
Is this
I'm
Watchmen?
pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. a smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the
Thank
X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
Have you seen what makes it so
It's
modern?
the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't
Are we
know
just an
he was
old
dead,
guy
or
figuring
the
out what
dead
punk
guy
is?
didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He
Point.
takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like
Looks
to
like
you?
a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is junior delinquency?
For Revach aussi, the moral intern defines
Oh my
junior
God.
delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket. What is suggested of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree, it's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Try to peel the sticker off without ripping.
There's nothing
Yes.
like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
And yes, I did find my badge. Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Put your sticker on your ledger right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Yeah! I styled my paperwork.
You're part of the future brigade now. And so is your formerly humdrum ledger.
Yeah! Open the padlock
The
with the
lock
key.
turns easily. You hear it click as the
I don't know why
shackles
that made me
pops
really
open.
happy.